Hello and welcome to a brand new edition of CJ Plus. The tree of knowledge is growing, as is growing the citizen journalist community by the hundreds and thousands of videos, pictures and stories that you're sending to us. This week is a festive special where we're celebrating and saluting the spirit of stand up, speak out and bring about a change. Let's show you all that we've packed in the next 30 minutes.
कितने साल हो गए आप काम कर रहे हैं?
मेरे को 34 साल हो गए, 35वां साल है मेरा सर्विस का।
कितनी बार दिवाली घर वालों के साथ मनाई है?
कभी नहीं।
यदि हम भी अपने त्योहार अलग मनाएंगे तो फिर पब्लिक के त्योहार कौन मनवाएगा?
I'm not sure if I'm working for Diwali, but I'll make sure that you get all the news on Diwali.
दुल्हन की तरह एकदम सज गया एकदम।
लोगों को रैंप के सारे बिसेरे के बारे में पता चलेगा, ज़्यादा पता चलेगा इससे। इफेक्टिव है।
हाँ जी, और पता चलेगा 100 बढ़ गई है इस चीज़ की।
We're starting the show today with a very special citizen journalist report. Citizen journalist Priyank is a brave young man. He's seen some tough tragedies in his life. He lost his brother Pranay. But from amidst tragedies rose a decision to transform the lives of others. The family decided to donate their son Pranay's organs to help others. It was a tough decision, but the family is convinced that it was worth it. Today, citizen journalist Priyank is appealing you to take a call this Diwali and donate your organs.
He always had a smile on his face, always ready to help people. Pranay had so many friends that it's difficult to count them. My brother Pranay was just a year elder to me. He was an architect and a green building consultant by profession. I am Priyank. I'm just like one of the many faces like you people. I have a prospective career. I have a good family like you people have. But few months back, my family met a terrible situation, a situation which has made my family incomplete. Someday he had a fever, and for that we went to hospital. He was admitted for some checkups. Bad luck, he was in bathroom and fell down. So he had a injury on his head, which he didn't perceive that it's so high that it can turn to brain hemorrhage, and that injury resulted in a fatal situation to Pranay. We were not expecting the final outcome as Pranay leaving us, but destiny has it for all of us. So when doctors actually broke up the news to me and my brother Piyush, they told us about organ donation. The idea of organ donation which Pranay took forward and actually implemented it. We do not have anything to do with the organs after our death, so why not donate it? That was the words Pranay told us. For my parents, the idea of organ donation was a very difficult idea for them. My mother couldn't take it. She refused to donate his organs.
प्रियंक ने और पीयूष ने बोला कि माँ तुम्हें तो रोना ही है, लेकिन तुम्हारे अकेले रोने से 10 माएँ हंस सकती हैं। वो तुम्हें दुआएं देंगी, तुम प्रणय को औरों के रूप में देख सकते हो। फिर मेरे भी माइंड में आया कि मैं कब तक रख लूँगी, आज नहीं तो कल तक। रख तो नहीं सकती ना उसको अपने पास, चलो किसी का भला हो जाए तो अच्छा है।
मेरे को सोचने में केवल 1-1.5 मिनट लगा हुआ था, मैंने ओके बोल दिया। और प्रणय के भी जब कभी अपने सीनियर से या हाई अथॉरिटी से मिला करता था तो एक स्लोगन हुआ करता था पेपर पर, वो हर एक को एज ए गिफ्ट दिया करता था, जियो और जीने दो।
The brave step that Pranay took inspired my grandmother also. She also pledged her organ donation. I'll follow the footsteps of my grandson. That is what my grandmother told us. Within 28 days, my grandmother had a massive heart attack. Doctors couldn't save her. So we decided again to go with her wish. We have only 2 corneas which can be donated. but actually 6 people can benefit from those 2 corneas. So I guess my grandmother gave light to 6 people. I'll be happy, and it's my wish that I'll follow my brother Pranay. I'll follow the smile which he has spread on several faces. I also pledge to donate my organs. This Diwali, I appeal to all of you to take part in this helping hand, to donate your eyes, to pledge to donate your organs in case if you can help someone.
If you need any details on organ donation or if you have any queries, just log on to our website ibncj.com for all the details. This Diwali, let's celebrate love, joy and not noise and pollution. Our next citizen journalist is Simi Malhotra. Well, she left her cushy Infosys job and dedicated her life into taking care of stray animals. In her CJ report, she is appealing for a peaceful and quiet Diwali, both for animals and for humans. Tanushree Pandey is helping Simi in filing the CJ report.
I'm Simi Malhotra and I'm a passionate animal lover, and I've been rescuing dogs, animals and birds since my childhood. Today I have a home with 48 rescued dogs, and today I have turned into a citizen journalist for CNN-IBN, and I would like to tell you how animals and birds suffer at the cost of our one-day celebration.
It all started 9 years ago when I decided to quit my well-paying Infosys job.
One day I saw a dog who was badly injured due to a Diwali cracker, and that moment I decided that I must help, and I got him home.
From 1 to 10 to now 48. My family has grown, but I fear that this Diwali again animals will be injured and scared because of the incessant lighting of crackers.
He's one of my darling child hero, who actually has suffered due to a Diwali cracker, and it's actually not the cracker but the sounds of the cracker. He was blindly running on the roads and got hit by a vehicle. His leg was so badly crushed that I just couldn't save it, and finally it has to be amputated.
Dogs are the worst sufferers, as dogs can hear very low decibels. The noise creates very harmful effects for animals, which not only get afraid but also lose their sense of territory and direction.
These kind of gases are so difficult for them to inhale and are so toxic that you can feel them shy, sitting at a corner, just trying to get out of that cozy for many days after Diwali ends.
The birds of the city will suffer too, even as we celebrate. The rockets cause the maximum damage as they burn not only the birds and animals but also their homes and nests.
Under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animal Acts 1986, these acts are punishable.
I've noticed that people play pranks with stray dogs by tying firecrackers to their tails and so on.
Festivals can be fun for both human and animals. This Diwali, I light a lamp for a happy and safe one for all. This is Simi Malhotra, citizen journalist for CNN-IBN.
CJ Plus stands by the cause of a peaceful Diwali because we care for our animals. We're joining hands with people for ethical treatment of animals. PETA was sending us these pictures that really carry forward the message. You too can join that campaign. You can send us your videos and pictures. You know where to send them, ibncj.com, Facebook or Twitter as well. You can also send us videos and pictures of how you're celebrating Diwali. Speaking of which, as the whole country is celebrating the festival, there are some people for which Diwali is just another day at work. The men in uniform, doctors and nurses, and us journalists. The next report is just a way of us saying thank you to them.
DP Singh, Sunita Sahani, and many of us are working round the clock this Diwali. Our first stop, India Gate in the capital, where 59-year-old DP Singh, known as Singh Sahab to his colleagues, is on duty. He has served Delhi police for 36 years.
हमारे लिए त्योहार मनाना हमारा पब्लिक की सेवा करना है, हमें अपनी ड्यूटी करनी है और हम अपनी ड्यूटी करते हैं। त्योहार पे सारी पब्लिक त्योहार मनाने निकल जाती है, सारे रोड के ऊपर ट्रैफिक का वॉल्यूम बढ़ जाता है, हमें और ज़्यादा ड्यूटी करनी पड़ती है।
कितने साल हो गए आप काम कर रहे हैं?
मेरे को 34 साल हो गए, 35वां साल है मेरा सर्विस का।
कितनी बार दिवाली घर वालों के साथ मनाई है?
कभी नहीं।
यदि हम भी अपने त्योहार अलग मनाएंगे तो फिर पब्लिक के त्योहार कौन मनवाएगा?
The next set of people who will be working this festive season are doctors and nurses. Sunita works at the All India Medical Science Trauma Center as the head nurse. Often the emergency unit is flooded with patients who've had too much of a good time.
जब घर से निकलते हैं तब तो सोचते हैं हम लोग फैमिलीज़ के पास रहना चाहिए। उस दिन सब बच्चे फैमिली सब लोग इस चीज़ की थोड़ी सी उम्मीद करते हैं कि हम कम से कम सब लोग इकट्ठे रहें। बट जब जैसे ही अपनी ड्यूटी पे एंटर करते हैं, यहाँ का रस देखते हैं तो उसके बाद सब भूल जाते हैं।
And finally, how can we forget our own journalist in the newsroom? The night shift on Diwali comes up for discussions months ahead.
I hope I'm not working on Diwali, especially not on a night shift, because night shift and Diwali don't go together. What about you, Abhishant?
I'm not sure if I'm working for Diwali, but I'll make sure that you get all the news on Diwali.
Time now for us to slip into a very short break, but on the other side, we are introducing you to someone called the Crochet Queen. Come back for that. Welcome back, you're watching CJ Plus. Now, movies have always entertained, but on CJ Plus, we get you movies that not just entertain, but also inspire. In our special segment, CJ Plus Documentaries, we're getting you the story of Oleg, or she's called the Crochet Queen. She's a New York-based artist who came to Delhi to breathe a new leash of life for the night shelters or rain baseras of the national capital. You'll see 90,000 meters of cloth, the story of one woman and a giant piece of art.
I'm Oleg. I'm an old-fashioned lady who crochets for a living. I love making public art because it speaks to everybody, you know, that's the most important thing. And there's a beauty about public art that can change every person, you know, like people stop, I don't know, staring at the ground or running and just like look for a second at the piece, and it's gonna change them one way or another. And do they like the piece or not like the piece, it will impact them. And really what was interesting to me when the first conversation, what we can do, we came up with the idea to crocheting homeless shelter. I think it was a really brilliant idea because, you know, like that's the beauty of the public work, and you're creating something for people who never probably experienced art ever in their life. And that's why I came to India.
बस अड्डे से आते हैं कुछ लोग, कहते हैं भैया रात में बस अड्डे पे पहले रहते थे, लेकिन जब से रैन बसेरा बना है हमें समझ लो अपना घर जैसा मिला है, क्योंकि स्टाफ भी रहते हैं तो वो अपने आप को सेफ समझते हैं। ये तो खाली बोर्ड लगा हुआ है और इससे बहुत से लोगों को पता नहीं रहता। अगर इसको जो है ना खूब अच्छे से जो है ना मॉडलाइज बनाएंगे ताकि लोगों को सबको पता चले, जो भी यहाँ से गुजरे उसकी नज़र इस पे ज़रूर पड़े कि ये भाई है क्या।
This public is, made by women for women, and I want to make them with people here in Delhi. It was important that the pieces can be created, with the energy they have and with the fabric that are made here. I also decided to give them very simple shapes to work with, like hearts or flowers. Also for women, I wanted to create something that make them happy. I think that's a big difference to create something that actually it's easier and they can crochet with a smile because they're adding the energy to my project. To me, it's a very important process. It's very fast. Maybe it comes because I did so many illegal pieces in my life that the speed of working is very important. But also it helps you with creating the piece. It's momentum that you have. It's like a really, really high energy that you get purely out of making the art. Everywhere I work, there's a crowd of people who come and want to see it. But in India, of course, it's like multiplied by hundreds. And yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy to see, and especially when I was on the roof and I saw like hundreds of people coming from different directions and staring, taking pictures. They were giving me also the energy because they were saying beautiful things about the pieces, so that was great.
दुल्हन की तरह एकदम सज गया एकदम.
लोगों को रैंप पे सारे बसेरे के बारे में पता चलेगा, ज़्यादा पता चलेगा इससे. अट्रैक्टिव है.
हाँ जी, और पता चलेगा, 100 बढ़ गई है इस चीज़ की और अच्छा लग रहा है, पब्लिक देख रही है.
हमारा दिल बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ पे. हमें खूबी इसमें दिखी है, इतनी किसी सेंटर में नहीं, इस सेंटर में बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. मेरे बच्चे भी बड़े खुश हो रहे हैं.
That's what gives you the most beautiful energy, the most pure energy, seeing people smile at your work, and want to hug you and touch you, and they're just so wonderful that you came to this really bad neighborhood and shelter that nobody wants to talk about it, kind of like pushed away from the city, and you come there and you make the piece for them.
If you too would like CJ Plus to feature your short film or documentary, share a link at ibncj.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also Gmail at IBN Citizen Journalist. That's all that we could pack in on this very special edition of CJ Plus. From the entire team, a very safe, happy and prosperous Diwali.